Yeah, but I start vacation. You think I'm staying till 7?
All right, we're recording. Hold on.
Probably 6.
All right. Hey, it's to the point with Mike, Leo, and Vince. All right, guys. Hang on, let's do that one more time. Hey, it's to the point with Mike, Leo, and there we go. Now that one's
Hey, what's
back
up, guys? We're back again, man. With your favorite host, Leo,
Vince,
and Mike. There we go.
We are to the point.
There we go. Nice.
We are to the point, guys. You know.
Yeah, so we're
like
back
we were
from
saying,
a little
like,
break. Yeah,
Yeah, we're back from a little break. Like we were just talking in a little during our break. Vince, breathe in.
Yeah, you all right over there?
Vince, breathe in.
yeah, I'm good.
And breathe out.
Trying to keep from.
Yeah, so, we were talking about the banks and stuff like that, and we can get more into that if you really wanted to, but I got into a conversation with someone on Facebook. It was actually a comment on Randy Fine. He's a congressman running for state senate in Florida, and I'm a fan of him. And he's proud of his kid. His kid was meeting with the House Speaker, and he had posted a picture, and and I had made this. I'm corny, so I was like, I hope it was my comment was, I hope they're talking about what true constitutional carry is. Because what they're pushing isn't. We've talked about that, how we feel about that, and I've developed more of an opinion on what they're doing here in the state, and I don't believe it's in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's not constitutional carry. It's permitless concealed carry. I still have to conceal. In the hottest state and probably the most humid state in the country, I still have to wear protective, like multiple layers to hide my protection.
I already have a concealed weapons permit, and it's up for renewal. Yeah. And supposedly with this, it would be a waste for me to renew it. I'm still going to renew it regardless because just...
What if it doesn't pass? Then you're fucked.
Right. And then...
You know what, Vince? I agree with you.
And even if you get true open carry, I believe in the states that do have true open carry, you still have to have a permit to conceal carry.
Right.
So
this was my comment. I was like, I hope it was to talk about what real constitutional carry is and how it will reduce crime, or how there should be legislation to shorten the school day and increase the standards and free ice cream. To try, because it was about his kid. I wasn't trying to be totally a dick, but so somebody had commented and asked what real constitutional carry was, and I had gone to town with them, and it was pretty much about how any law impeding on the Second Amendment is not constitutional. So if I have to conceal my carry, it's unconstitutional. It's impeding on my Second Amendment. And he went on and he was trying to milk me for my opinion, and he thought he was gonna get me every time. And it's on Facebook. You can go find it. But he pretty much equated it to registering to vote. So if I believe I shouldn't have to register to own a gun, why should he register to vote? And he didn't believe in voter rolls, and I was kind of dumbfounded he took it that way. I was waiting for his go line, and that's what it was. It was, I think it was a fake profile picture, to be honest with you, because I hate the stereotype, but it
didn't look like who
I
you were
think
talking
it was
to.
somebody that was one of these ballot harvesting, his thing was, well, why do I have to pay for a license so I can vote, and then I get purged from the voter rolls every 4 years if I don't vote, or I have to register to vote, I can't vote wherever I want, and it was like, well, because that's corrupt.
Yeah.
You don't have to vote.
Right.
You don't
Just like it's not a right to drive on the highway. You buy into that.
Right.
It's not a right to drive down the street.
No.
And there's nothing in the Constitution that protects that.
Right.
There's nothing written about that.
Right. And then he wanted to talk about that. Where in the Constitution does it talk about having to register to vote? And I brought up the 26th Amendment, where it does bring up like integrity in a different matter of words, but like integrity in the voting systems, and how
to
else
protect
can you do
the
that
integrity
without ensuring people in the district are only voting in their district.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it's for, and not voting in their neighbor's district also.
Right, not going down the street and voting again, and then
and that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Because one person could just drive up and down the state voting and every district.
Yeah, so I was kind of surprised, and then it just it's more about this this bill in Florida, and like we talked about how we were kind of a little uncomfortable with the idea of not needing the training, not needing the concealed carry permit, and I'm okay with not needing the permit, but I think the only idea like I can come up with is if these companies offered a rebate, or if the state offered a tax rebate on firearm purchases if you maintain a current level safety training.
I'm not a fan of there not being the requirement for the safety training, and it's not.
Yeah, but I don't want to make it a requirement because that's not constitutional.
I prefer
to take it right back to constitutional.
Right. If you go to the, there's nothing in the, it's against the Constitution to do that. But I like it being encouraged because let's face it, there is a lot of fucking dumbasses out there.
I agree with you, Vince. I think there should be some training behind it.
Right.
Just because, like you said, there's a lot of people out there that
even I mean,
there's a lot. Listen, let me just put it this way: there's a lot of people out there that don't even know how to clean their own fucking ass.
Yeah. I mean,
and now you're putting a gun. Even Vince, it's serious.
Even if it wasn't, even if it wasn't a training from a professional, at least so much time logged at a gun range, so that you're not. So somebody's not just buying a gun and never using it, and then all of a sudden there's a day that comes where they're panicking, they're under pressure, they're freaking out, and all of a sudden
they look at a YouTube
all of a sudden
video.
now they're grabbing a gun, and they don't even realize they got their finger on the trigger, pull the trigger when they weren't intending to, and shoot somebody they weren't intending to.
Yeah, right.
They need at least to log time with a gun in their hands.
No, at least they're saying, "Hey, I went through a training, I went through a class."
Yeah. Even if it, I mean, a class preferred, but I mean, even
something, Vince.
Just
something.
But I think a rebate on a firearm,
right?
If you maintained and maybe you can only use it for 2 firearms in 2 years or something like that, because you got some guys that'll just buy one every other week, and,
or some sort of discount or some sort of tax.
Hey,
Mike,
a tax rebate on your taxes, something.
Yeah, we got. This is what we got going on over here. Where is it at? Here.
How come I can't see?
We're right here.
Okay, cool. Hey, big shout out. Hey, listen, give us a follow. Easy there. I know the same thing happened to me. Give us a follow. Give us a share. Give us a like. Where can they find us at, Mike, Vince?
Facebook.
Everywhere. Facebook.
Anchor,
YouTube now. Spotify.
There you go, guys.
Instagram.
Listen, don't forget to give us a like. Give us a follow. Sorry, Vince, to interrupt you there, man. I was just trying to make sure we were all connected.
I don't even remember.
Well, just make sure we were all connected and plugged in, and video was on, and double checking after 15, 20 minutes that we've been talking about.
Yeah, hey, we've done a whole episode before that never got recorded.
Like and subscribe. Definitely give us a like.
Socials
and subscribe.
right there, Instagram.
Right down below, right here. Look.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. You guys see right here.
Twitter.
We're
on Rumble too. I'll probably put this on Rumble too if I can get it to upload to anything.
We are those people when we say that we're gonna put out the video and working on video. Listen,
no TikTok.
We are those people.
Not on my apples.
No, that's not. Listen, we are those people that when we say we're gonna put something out,
we'll get it out there. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Especially
we'll figure it out. All right. We'll figure it out. You guys can figure everything else out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it out there.
It's out.
Yeah, go down one rabbit hole, and here we go.
But anyways, no, I agree with you though, Vince. A little, at least a notification to say, hey, this person was given a handgun and shown how to take how to at least take it apart.
It's just peace of mind, because there's people that are going to go out there. There's people that just are
idiots, Vince.
Yeah, they're idiots. They're ditzy. They just don't understand what they're dealing with, and it's just nice to know that they went through a training.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, I believe most people don't probably need the training, but it's important for some, I think.
Yeah. Don't even track it. Just they get like a card. They're the only ones who have the copy. It's got your picture and your stamp on it, and an expiration date. But and as long as it's a current, you get a rebate on it, or whatever.
Take it as a learning experience in life.
Yeah. I mean,
I learned something today. This is what I learned.
Let's be honest.
Mike, what are you laughing about?
I don't know. It's just
I mean,
You
it's
know,
a
take it of
response.
something
It's a
that, you know,
it's a
some-
responsibility to own a firearm.
Yeah, you know how
So
some people say, "Oh,
you want a responsible
something-
person.
I learned something new today." Hey, well, guess what? Maybe that's the one thing that you learned new today.
You know, and
I don't know.
it's a responsibility, but you
It
know,
is, man. You could kill somebody
got
with
some-
that, man. Some people don't understand, man. Owning a
you
gun.
got some
and
dumbasses
shooting
out
a
there
gun,
that
man,
even with training, I'm sorry, there's some people that don't, should not have a gun, but you should know whether or not you're one of those people.
man.
And the rest of us shouldn't lose our rights because of a few dumb people.
I agree with you.
Oh,
You know,
that's for sure.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So what was it you wanted to talk about? I mean,
So,
it was
I-
the second
I'm
minute.
like, you have video, we can
I
see
remember
you.
hearing something in the news. Did
forgot.
you
We
guys
were
hear
talking about
about the crisis at the border? How it's gotten worse here
Oh, they
recently?
stormed
They're
that
storming the border. I heard
Tell me
a
about
few-
it. I haven't heard about it. Tell me.
I haven't heard a lot about
What
it.
border? Because you know I get offended
so there's
whenever you
the
talk
bridge,
about the
but
Mexican border.
I heard there's a few
Yeah.
spots that they're storming it. They're just coming across in the thousands.
Right.
It's just crazy what's I mean, I don't blame them.
So what's going on?
I don't
What's
blame
happening?
them. I'd want to come over here too if I mean, don't blame them at all.
What happened?
I just heard that they're storming the border and they're just
Oh, I did. I did hear that people
Yeah.
are getting shot over at the border.
So,
They're storming
And,
New
I,
York
and then I
Times.
heard. And then I also
Here's
heard.
a New York.
So I went and picked up my mom over at her house, right? And she had the TV on, and of course it's Telemundo or Univision and stuff like that. And they were saying that the president was coming on there, saying that the president of Mexico was coming on there, saying that Mexico is the safest place to go in spring break. Come down to Mexico.
Oh
and
yeah,
party it
right.
up.
He's safer than America.
That's what he was
Okay.
saying, man, Mike. I'm just telling
Yeah, I
you
know,
what
I
fucking
saw that.
Telemundo
I
was
saw that,
telling
yeah,
you, man,
yeah.
and Univision was saying,
Yeah.
man. I'm just
Yeah,
letting you
he
know what these
fucked
people were
up.
saying, man.
that
You
ain't
got me
even that
fucked
ain't
up.
even.
I seen what they did.
Hey,
to their
I've heard
brothers.
worse lines from our president.
I seen what they did to
listen,
their
don't
brothers.
be
Man. They
pointing
ain't getting
fingers
no
at me.
white boy down there.
Hey, listen. Don't be taking your guns out on me now, right?
Hey, you want to know one of my favorite things that they do in Mexico? It's fucking crazy. A lot of times when they party and shit, they just shoot fucking guns in the street straight up in the air.
Yeah, man.
But what goes up must come down.
Where's it going down?
Do you know how many people have died from that shit?
Oh, I'm sure,
Oh my
man. It's
God.
crazy.
So that was mostly Venezuelan immigrants. They say.
For
Storming.
Storming the border.
Where was it?
yeah?
Chaotic video shows a moment hundreds of migrants stormed across major bridge linking Mexico to the U.S. Footage first shared with Fox News shows the crowd screaming and even jumping for joy Sunday afternoon as they start streaming onto the Paso del Norte bridge from
What's the matter,
whatever. So under a
Cat
sign
guy.
saying Feliz, I don't know.
Feliz Navidad? Is that what you're going to tell me?
No, but it started out like that. Happy
Feliz
travels.
Navidad.
It means happy travels.
Feliz Navidad.
I don't know. It says,
March.
Happy travels. The rush followed a rumor that the border was being opened to give them fast-track political asylum into the U.S., according to the Mexican outlet. No digital. Yeah. So many, including elderly and young kids, started running and appealing for others to follow as they raced up the bridge leading to El Paso, Texas. The group, which Fox estimated was at least 1,000, mostly Venezuelan migrants, then clamored to be let in through gates at the border crossing, with some standing on vehicles as traffic was halted for hours. Can you imagine trying to go through there?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
There's video on New York Post. We don't need to share it here, but
Yeah, I've got a friend that he goes.
Oh, there's
He
pictures
goes
of it.
to Mexico a few times a year, probably about 5 or 6 times a year, and he likes to go there because he goes diving. I guess they've got some of the best areas to dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
here we go.
I'm not all into diving and stuff like that. I don't think I dive into is
No, you know what? I tried it. I tried it.
try, Mike?
I tried diving, like free
What'd you
diving.
try diving into?
in a pool.
No, I tried free diving at a dive facility,
about
and,
all that life.
and I had a pretty good breath hold, but
When I was younger,
it was
I did,
like
but
the
that's
pressure
gone.
in this little pool was like supposed to simulate like 35 or 40.
You know what? You know one thing.
And I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit out in the ocean.
man.
I actually saw.
Supposed to be underwater, man.
I actually saw this hotel.
You know what I
saw
could
this
never do?
hotel that was in Mexico where it's for diving. Like you have to go diving underwater to get to your room.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I've seen things like that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like I'm not into diving. That's not my thing. But if I was,
I'm
that'd be
already
pretty
scared.
cool.
I'm already just paranoid just thinking about it. No, I'm
Right.
good. I'm not gonna stay there. I'll go stairs. I'll wait for you. Is there an exit way to get out? Oh yeah. Look at that.
What does that say?
I don't know.
Happy travels.
Says
Sounds like
bienvenidos. Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're sharing that. You'll be able to see this on our YouTube video if you're just listening in on the podcast app. So we're going to be uploading.
That's
both,
a lot of
so.
Venezuelan people, though. But see, that's what.
Well,
See,
it
that's
sucks to be in Venezuela right now. But they're paying
But
to
see-
get this close to America.
yeah,
They
they're
say
paying.
just to get through that region. It could be
Yeah,
up towards
yeah,
like
because they got
$1,000.
they have to come through
$1,000
Mexico.
ahead.
They have
Yeah.
to come through Mexico. That's their
That
only way.
one
Their
region
only
in
way,
Mexico,
entry's a
yeah.
point is
Yeah.
through Mexico.
I
You
don't know
know,
nothing about it.
and that's not one thing that that's what I mean. I'm gonna say that's one thing that irritates me. You know, because whenever they say illegal immigrants, you automatically think about Mexico. Why you think about Mexico? Because
they're
that's
coming through there.
because that's where they're coming through.
Right.
You know, that doesn't mean they're
And-
Mexicans.
and-
that doesn't
right.
mean they're Mexican people.
Oh,
that
yeah.
come through. There's a lot of other places.
There's
people
terrorists from other countries that are coming through.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
you know?
and let's be honest, here recently from
and I
from
feel
the stories I've heard,
right,
it's been
and
it's
I
been an
feel-
issue in the Canadian border too.
yeah, you know, and I feel like sometimes Hispanics or Mexicans, they feel some type of way when people say, oh, well, the illegal immigrants, they feel like they're being targeted to them, but no, they're not. You're not, because that's just one of the main points of entries
Right.
is the Mexican border.
Right.
Because you got people from El Salvador, you got people from Venezuela, you got people from all over from the South America, that
Well-
have to travel through that border. They travel through quite a few borders just to get to here in America.
Even when back with 1911 with some of the African people that came through, some of them came through.
a lot of people come through Mexico.
they come
man.
through Mexico.
A lot of people
know?
come through.
It's the easiest way
That's what
through.
they're saying. There's a lot of Middle
you know.
Easterns coming in.
So that's why you see a lot of this stuff like this, and it's sad, because all the stuff that people have to go through, man, just to come here to this land, and just us here as Americans, how we see America, but then these people over here that seriously are struggling, they see America and they're like,
Right.
oh man, we're going
So-
over there to be a little
So
bit
like
free,
right now,
you know?
for example, I would say the three of us right now on this podcast
Right.
probably are disappointed in the way the country's being run right now.
Fuck yeah, man. But
So-
then there's other people that
So
look
these
at
people
it
that are they're some of them are willing to die to
come
try to
here.
get here.
Right.
And it's crazy to just you stop and think about that for a minute.
And
It's,
they
it's-
want to, and they're going to
it's
be
crazy.
asking for us to fight in Europe.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're under attack here, and they just downplay it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It
part of
is.
it.
It's
all
you
part of
want to
the
talk.
plan.
They talk about January 6th being an insurrection. It's every day at the border, north and south.
Every day. Yeah,
Both
man.
borders.
It's sad, man. It's
We're
just-
under attack, and they want to send money and stuff like that to the Ukraine, and nobody can.
Well-
half the people
well-
can't even find Ukraine on the map.
Right, but let's be honest. Ukraine's not at war with Russia. We are. We're just using them.
They're our puppets. Well,
Right.
we're
We're using
they're a
them to
proxy,
fight
yeah.
the war.
Meanwhile,
That's why we're
what
supplying
we
them with
think
all
we're
our
doing
old
with
guns.
Russia, what we think we're doing with Russia through the Ukraine, China is just sitting back watching it happen for us.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, meaning we're just burning up our resources supporting Ukraine.
Right.
Thinking we're burning up resources for Russia.
So we're burning up
Meanwhile,
resources.
China's about to invade Taiwan,
So-
take over the market. And
So
transfer
and
our
imagine
digital
if it goes like this. We're already burning up the resources there, right? Trying to fight this war with Russia through Ukraine, giving it all to Ukraine. And let's just say all of a sudden things keep going south here and we have a civil war. Now we're fighting amongst ourselves while giving resources to Ukraine. And then all of a sudden we get attacked by China and Russia and maybe somebody else that may decide to join in.
And all our unvaxxed military personnel that had to retire are now not out of service.
Replaced by people that are not qualified
more
like
compliant. Yeah.
We
This is the.
this
we're
country
in the collapse.
We could be
Yeah,
the next
we
Rome.
are in the
We
collapse,
could
yeah.
be the next Rome very easily.
Absolutely.
The next
well,
what?
this is the thing. The
next
the
weapons?
money
The next
thing,
Rome.
Rome.
Nobody thought Rome could fall.
Right. Well,
Right,
it's
right,
the
right. Yeah,
economy.
Nobody
can't-
thinks America can fall.
But
They
look,
lost their economy.
Guess what? It can.
mark that bitch.
They lost
Mark
their
it, yeah.
economy. That's how empires are destroyed. And
Yeah.
that's what's happening right now.
That's what's happening here.
We're
We-
going to lose
we
our
could
economy.
But
very
see how
easily be
easily
the next
we're being
Rome.
distracted by these
And they
stupid.
keep telling you when one of these guys in the administration comes out and says, "Relax, it's going to be okay." It's not. It's not going to be okay.
It's not.
Not
It's
when one of
never
these
gonna
guys.
be
You know what?
okay,
When
man.
somebody tells me
And
everything's
if
gonna be
it
okay,
looks
guess what?
okay, like
That's-
today, the
that's a red
markets did
flag.
not look that bad. There's something not right there. With the banks losing over $55 billion in last week, there's something not right.
Where are they losing this money from, man?
Well, I don't know, man. I've watched plenty of videos, but it's for people way smarter than me.
I
'Cause
think
I can't follow. Like I know
It's being.
how
I believe.
banking is.
I believe it's being laundered, and they're laundering it. I think through what's the new Russian thing, the ruby.
The rubles. Well, right
Rubles.
now you can't trade in rubles because
No, but I think we're. I think
I wonder
we're,
if they do. I wonder if the banks are doing what
I think
Madoff
we're
did.
laundering
You
the
guys
money
remember Madoff?
to other countries.
Or Madoff, or what was
I
his
think
name?
he died. I think he's dead, isn't he?
I don't know. Do you remember him?
Or
Though?
did he get
The guy
out?
from
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bernie Madoff.
You guys remember
Yeah.
him?
He did
from
die
Boynton-
recently,
From Boynton
I
Beach,
think.
Palm Beach Gardens, or whatever. You guys
Yeah,
remember
he
him?
had that big old Ponzi scheme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy, that boy made some money now.
Mm.
I wonder
Caught
if
up
that's
with
what the
him too,
banks
though.
are doing, though. You know, give me your money and then I'll loan it to Mike, and Mike give me your money and
Yeah.
I'll loan it to If you
How
think
do I
about it, that's
get-
what it is.
Banks aren't going to lose the money. What happens when a bank goes under?
Okay, but now everybody's pulling their money away.
They
so
claim
now the bank-
bankruptcy,
that's what I'm saying,
and they get
Vince.
bailed out by
Okay, but
what? The
Vince-
American taxpayer.
Okay, Vince, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, they're doing the
There
same
we
shit
go.
this guy did, though. Like,
Right.
now that everybody's kind of waking up, they kind of woke.
It's just like all the.
Now there are people trying to pull their money out. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, the bank's like, oh,
It's
well,
just
I
like-
don't have your money because the money that you gave me, I loaned it to Vince.
Right. It's just like all the airlines, all the
You know?
all the airlines. How many times have they claimed bankruptcy, but they're still around?
They're
We
still
bail-
flying,
We
right?
bail them out.
It's just all fucking
It
set
is,
up,
it's-
man. It's
it-
all the fucking.
I
And
mean-
it's all the
I mean,
fucking
our ex-
government,
our
man. There
last-
you go. What did we say? What
Our
did you
last-
say? We're
our
going to be the
last
next
president,
Rome.
Our last president, Donald Trump, claimed bankruptcy more than once in his.
Yeah, but that's
Now, it's his
business
company.
tactics.
It is. It's
yeah,
business
but that's,
tactics.
that was that, or
But what do you?
completely
It's this. What do you think this is with our banks?
disappointing
This is
investors.
business tactics,
well, that's what they're saying. This is greedy hedge funds and
Exactly.
hedge fund investors.
and they're not worried
Who
about
have-
it because
well,
they claim
'cause it's all
bankruptcy
on
and
the
get bailed
bonds.
out.
And for some reason, at the time, they bought bonds that had no interest rate to them. So why would you tie up your money in 10-year bonds if you're not making anything out of it?
Right.
Yeah.
So now to manipulate the market, they instigated a fake run on the bank, and that's what this bank didn't have the money to give to the people withdrawing their funds.
Right.
So they had to turn around and sell their bonds at a loss, which in turn that's where the billions are coming
Right.
from.
Right.
So that's where it's all fake fucking money anyways.
Yeah.
It's a system that's just you heard the guy, you heard Steve Forbes magazine, former presidential candidate, tell you exactly how they just come up with this money out of thin air anyways.
Yeah.
Just somebody willing to loan you the money, but where's the money come from?
Yeah. Where's the money come from? I just.
It's not like I don't get it. Like it's
Yeah.
super corrupt.
It's like if you go to the bank and say, "Yeah, I'm ready to pull out my money," they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, you have to wait so many days because we gotta order your money." What do you mean you gotta order my
Yeah.
money?
Yeah,
I came
yeah,
in here
yeah.
and I dropped my money off.
Mm.
Well, supposedly that 10% rule was gone like 10 years ago.
But yeah, if you walk in the bank and you want to take,
Say $25,000.
yeah,
Or
I mean
whatever,
they
just
might
'cause I
they
need to
might
buy-
they might
'cause I
be able to
wanna
do that,
buy
but
a side-by-side
there's-
Vince.
Yeah, there's a certain point. Like if you try to walk in there, I mean 25 probably ain't enough. But like if you walk in there, want to take $100,000 out of your account,
Okay, but doesn't
Not
matter. If
that-
I walked in here with the fucking
Right.
100
You-
grand and I gave them to you.
they're not going to be able to. Oh well, we can get that for you tomorrow.
Okay, well you better tomorrow. I'm here today.
Well, they don't always keep that all on hand.
Wonder how
I can't. I brought it in here. I need you to bring
Let's
it
see
back.
if this works. Hold on.
Maybe I just need to start putting my money on the safe box.
it'll earn you the same amount of money
Fractional reserve
Hold on.
banking, which
because they're not giving
What's
you
going on?
interest
Hold
on
on.
your checking account.
Mike, get these
Listen.
videos. Wait.
it's a criminal scandal and it's been going on for too long. We have counterfeiting, sometimes called quantitative easing, the artificial printing of money, which if any ordinary person did, they'd go to prison for a very long time. And yet governments and central banks do it all the time. Central banks repress the amount of interest that rates are, so we don't have the real cost of money.
you see the
It's
one that I
central
shared with
banks
you guys
that
earlier today,
manipulate interest rates, Commissioner. And plus, underneath all this, we talk loosely about deposit guarantees. So when banks go broke through their own incompetence and chicanery, the taxpayer picks up the tab. It's theft from the taxpayer.
Yeah,
And until we start sending
That's what-
bankers, and I
100%
include
true.
central bankers and politicians, to prison for this outrage, it will continue.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
Yep. Like I've always said, our government replaced the mafia.
Yeah.
They're stealing from us.
Well, they
The
were in
taxpayers.
competition. It's still there. It's just looks
Right.
different. Yeah. So
Our government turned into the mafia. It's pretty much.
yeah, I
Pretty
don't know.
much how
So
it
I
works.
think we're in for a shit show. You know. I mean,
We are. I 100%
if you don't already own guns, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I'd be buying more guns right now because
know what I need to learn
I
how
don't
to
trust
do?
the government.
What's that?
I need to buy the equipment and learn how to make my own ammo.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean,
To do reloads.
Yeah.
how could you do the reloads though? Like, is there a lot to do that though? Like,
My cousin,
sure,
my
there's
cousin
like a special
used to do it.
press or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that
need a
have to-
press. You need
or something
need
like that
you
you
need
have to
some
purchase.
special. You got to spend some money on some equipment. But yeah, I'd like to get into that.
53%.
Oh, the download.
Yeah, hopefully it gets there. It'll get there. I can't let the screen time out though.
For those of you wondering, he's talking
Yeah.
about we're
Yeah,
downloading
yeah,
our,
we're
our
checking.
last
We're,
episode.
this
last
is
episode, you know.
to YouTube.
we're doing something a little different here again. So
You
it'd
know,
be
but this is
interesting
a
if
good.
it doesn't
This is
fail
good
us.
though. This is good for our
Yeah.
show. This is good for our listeners. You know, now you can see who we are, what we look like, what we do during the videos and stuff like that. Someday, you know, I'm putting it out there. I'm pushing it out there, as people say. You know, I'm pushing it out there.
Manifesting.
I'm manifesting it right now. You know, soon I'm not gonna say soon. I'm just manifesting it. You know, later on in life. You know, later on in the
What are you doing,
in
Leo?
time. I don't know, man. I like to sometimes to talk with my hands, and I'm just
Hey,
later
that's
on
supposed
in
to be
life-
an Italian thing.
Maybe I got a little Italian in
Hey,
me.
maybe you do.
You know,
Yeah,
people
I
come
can
through
see
the
it.
Mexican border,
Yeah,
and we're through back to
Hey, I can see it, man. Yeah, they stop by on their way to America, right?
people gotta eat. People gotta, you know, have a little fun. But yeah, you know, like I was saying, you know, someday, you know, manifesting in life, you know, when I could see it, we'll have a little behind the scenes show where we could have, you know, a little memberships and stuff like that, you know, just, you know, everything starts in the
I don't know
garage.
if we're gonna do a bunch of these on video. We'll see how this works out
Yeah,
because
it's fun. If you guys like this,
we'll see
let us
how
know,
this
man.
episode ends up coming out by hopefully tomorrow. If it's
Whatever
the way it's
download.
uploading right now, we'll see how it works. But either way, we'll get some content out before Friday night.
We might have to sign up
Hopefully.
for Starlink.
Starlink.
yeah.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
that going up? I heard something about that. What is that, Vince?
That's
It's
Elon
Elon
Musk's satellite internet
It's a
service.
low orbit satellite.
Is that what's
Yeah.
going on in Felsmer? What's going on in Felsmer? I saw
I
this
don't know.
alert
I
or
don't
something
know.
about, you know?
I have no
Yeah.
idea. But
What's up with those towers? I seen they've been doing some work over in that tower out there, Mike.
Yeah,
What is
they're
that?
probably putting 5G equipment.
You think so?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
One of the companies is shooting for.
A couple of weeks ago, man, they had a nice
I think
big
I saw something
crane
from
out
AT
there.
and T talking about like 8G.
Yeah, they're out there quite a bit. I don't know about no
shit,
8G. The 5G they're still trying to roll out, and that's the
Yeah,
shit
they
that's
were-
supposed to control.
One
your
of the
minds.
companies was like rolling out something that was like supposed to blow.
Like I
everybody
even
else
hate
away.
driving by it, man,
I
because I'm
know,
like,
man.
shit, man. Could you imagine all like the waves and the
Yeah.
radiation coming off that fucking shit?
It's scary,
man.
Yeah.
And I have to
Anyways.
drive by it every single day going out there, you know? It's like shit, man. So,
Anyways,
Anyways, guys,
we're
we're
gonna have to
gonna-
wrap this up, you know. So
Yeah,
give us a
man, so
like
like-
and a share, man. Follow us on all
Definitely.
the platforms. Man.
definitely.
Yeah,
And
hit us up.
hey, cheers. We're out, guys.
Peace out.